Hello, doers. My name is Jose Ignacio. Today, we're exploring how to use canned responses in Odoo to save time and maintain consistency in your customer communications. If your team frequently sends the same messages to customers or colleagues, you know how repetitive and time consuming this can be. Not to mention, inconsistent wording across your team can create confusion, which would be very bad. Canned responses solve this by allowing you to create pre written messages that can be inserted with just a quick shortcut. This not only saves you valuable time, but ensures consistency in your communication. It also reduces the chance of typing errors in important messages. You've seen me type a lot of errors. And lastly, it dramatically improves your team's communication efficiency. So, enough chit chat. Let's jump into our database to see how to create, share, and use canned responses in Odoo. So, here we are on the main Odoo dashboard. Let's immediately open up our Discuss application because this is where canned responses are managed. So, from here, we're going to select configuration up at the top and select canned responses. This brings us to the canned responses list where we can view, create, and manage all of our pre-written messages. But let's create our first one. So we're going to select new up at the top left. Immediately you'll notice a line has appeared. Canned responses have two main components. We have the shortcut on the left and we have the substitution over here on the right. And I also want to make a quick highlighted note. Notice whenever you hover options over here or little areas, it tells us, hey, here's a quick summary of what you're looking at. Okay, back to our main focus, the shortcut. This is what you'll type to trigger the response, and the substitution is the full message that replaces that shortcut, and that happens to be what is sent to a customer. So for our first example, let's create a response for greeting new customers. So in our shortcut field, I'm going to type in the word hello, which our substitution for that is over here. Now in this area where it says hello, my name is Jose, make sure it's your name, as in you, the viewer, not mine, just to avoid confusion. Okay, now we should add a description. A description provides context for when to use this response. In the description field, we're going to say use this as an initial greeting. There we go. Making mistakes so you can see why I need these. Now, the created by field, you'll see me trying to click into it, but nothing happens. Well, that's because once that we're done here, it'll automatically show our username once that we're finished. And it can't be edited. That's because this helps track who created each response. So we're also going to leave the authorized group field over here empty for now, which means this response will be only available to you. We'll cover sharing responses in just a moment. So click anywhere outside of here and look at that. Odoo magically we have appeared over there, just as I said. But let's make another one. Okay, we're going to select new. I'm going to quickly grab the text that I want for in there. Let's get started. So this time, let's create a response for thanking customers after resolving their issues. In the shortcut field, we're going to type in thanks. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Everything is going great. All right, so in our description field for this one, as it happens to be a thanks, we're going to use this one after successfully completing. Well, actually, no, we're going to go with resolving a customer's issue. Very direct. And once again, we've clicked outside and it's made. Great. We've made two very useful canned responses that can be quickly accessed while communicating with customers. I told you I'd show you. Now, one of the most powerful features of canned responses is the ability to share them with your team to ensure everyone uses consistent messaging. Now, by default, canned responses are only available to the person who created them. So to share them, we need to assign authorized groups. Let's select, in this instance, our hello message over here. I'm going to select the authorized groups field. I'm going to also click into it. And now I'm given a few options, but I want to see everything possible. And I want to make this available to all support agents. So now we're going to select search more, which opens up the list to all authorized groups within our database. If we scroll down and I select internal user for our user types over here, anyone with internal user access rights can use this canned response. This is exactly what we're looking for. It's important to note that even administrators can only use canned responses if they're included in the authorized group for that response, or if they created it themselves. So for our thanks response, let's make it available to a more specific group. So let's select this one for that. And now we're going to go over here for this one. Okay, so in the authorized group field, we're going to actually search more once again. We're going to scroll down. So this one is going to be going over to our help desk people. So that's where we want to be at. So only users inside of the help desk group will have access to this response. So we're going to make sure we type in help desk. And there we have it. All right, perfect. And remember, I said user. Done. Just like that. And everything is saved. Okay, if you need to check which groups a user belongs to, you need to enable developer mode. Then you go into the settings app, select users and companies, then users, and view their assigned groups. This group based sharing gives you fine control over who can use which responses, helping maintain appropriate messaging across different departments. But I've shown you a lot of how to set them up and who has access to them. Now let's see how to use these canned responses in different contexts. Now canned responses work in the Discuss app, live chat conversations, and in any chatter throughout Odoo. So first, let's use a canned response in a direct message inside of the Discuss app. So we're going to we're inside of the Discuss app. So we're going to go back over here and make sure that we are ready to start a conversation. All right, we're going to select one of these conversations that we have. Which one do we want to go with? Well, I actually see Ronnie Hart is already right here, so we're going to select them. And perfect. We haven't typed anything yet. So now in the message composer at the bottom, we're going to type in our 2 colons. And look at that. I could select one of these, but I wanted to show you how it could just get it down in case you have similar named responses. So we see ours here, and now when we select it, would you look at that? The shortcut is immediately replaced with our full greeting message. You can still edit this text before sending it if needed. Just add a little personal zing, like, "How may I help you?" Perhaps, sir or madam. Maybe you wanted to add that. Well, with Odoo, you can. Beautiful, isn't it? Another way that you can actually access canned responses is by simply typing in those 2 columns as you saw. And that shows all available responses. And let me put that up for you again right there. So you'll see a drop down. You see all of the available ones to you at that time, and you can scroll through the list. So let's also see how this works in a chatter composer. So let's get out of here. We're going to head over to, let's select CRM over here. Okay, so here we are inside of CRM, and let's pick one of these to open up. I'm thinking Abigail Peterson's opportunity. Perfect. Just so we can send her a survey just to see how our transaction went. So inside of the chatter, we're going to select send a message right there. We're going to do the 2 colons once again, and then we're going to do the word survey. Would you look at that? Super easy. And then once that we're done with all of that, we can just send it. Now, the same functionality works inside of live chat conversations and WhatsApp messages, making it incredibly versatile across all your customer communications. And there you have it, Odooers. We learned how to create, share, and use canned responses in Odoo. We've seen how to create shortcuts for common messages, share them with specific groups of users. We've even seen it inside of the chatter over here. By implementing canned responses, your team can communicate more efficiently while maintaining a consistent voice in all customer interactions. Now, thank you for watching this tutorial. Be sure to check out our other videos to learn more about Odoo's powerful communication tools. Well, I'll see you later, Odooers. Go grab a snack. Fruit roll-ups, sponsor me.